Hello everyone, this is Energy Crisis, the Energy Drink Report. Hello everyone watching, this is the Report of the Week here, and we bring you an energy drink review. I'm actually glad to do an energy drink review. You know, for the past couple of reviews, we've just been doing frozen pizza over and over again. It can get tiring after a while, so it's always nice to switch it back up and, break the monotony, as I like to say. So we're doing an energy drink review. Continuing on the Energy Crisis series. So what's today's drink going to be? Today we bring you OverCharge Delirium XT. That's the name of the energy drink here. Now, before we start with the usual description of the can, I found out this is a very interesting energy drink. OverCharge Delirium XT is actually the name of an energy drink that's featured in the game Sunset Overdrive. That's correct. Sunset Overdrive. So I find it very interesting to actually be reviewing an energy drink that's actually featured in a game. So it's really cool to review this. Anyway, supplement fact, serving size 8.4 fluid ounces, 1 serving per container, 110 calories, 0 grams of fat, 27 grams of sugar. Got vitamins B6 and B12. Proprietary energy blend, 1,080 milligrams of taurine, caffeine, and glucolactone. A couple of the other ingredients include filtered carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, artificial flavor / caramel color, citric acid, and so on and so forth. And a little warning at the bottom, contains caffeine. Limit or avoid products containing caffeine to avoid jitters, sleeplessness, and rapid heartbeat. Contains niacin, so some people may experience a flush feeling, hot sensations, or redness of skin that lasts for a few minutes. Not for use by children, pregnant women, or individuals sensitive to caffeine. Do not consume more than 1 can every 6 hours. Alright? So don't really use your common sense, don't go pounding down a case of these, Use your common sense, pretty much. Powered by extramorphiles. Caution, this beverage may alter your world. Well, we'll see how this alters my world. Another interesting little thing I read about this drink online is in the game there was an unknown ingredient that apparently infected people and created mutants. So hopefully that won't happen to me here. I didn't read about that side effect here, so hopefully that won't happen here. But without further ado, let's open this up, pour it out, and continue on with the review. Pour it out. Certainly has some good carbonation to it, I will say that right away. Good amount of bubbles on the sides, I will say. Not quite, certainly not orange, though on this camera I'm sure it looks like it, but color-wise, definitely not orange. Almost like a tan color. Not quite sepia toned, not yellow, but almost a nice little tan color. It's a nice color for an energy drink. Most of the time they do this yellow or this orange or red, but tan color, it's a nice color for an energy drink. Interesting little smell. But, what can we discern from here? Why, instead of smelling it, let's just drink it, right? I don't just smell the drink and give a review based on that. So, let's drink up. Cheers. This is a pretty solid drink. Certainly is. This certainly puts G-Shot to shame. Well, then again, everything and anything puts that to shame. G-Shot still haunts me to this day. But, yeah, honestly, you saw how I drank that. Certainly a very pleasant tasting drink. I definitely will say that. Sometimes what some drinks try to do is they try to incorporate too much of a specific fruit flavor or something else, and they just overdo it. But this one, it's not specifically a fruit flavor. Let me elaborate after another sip. So, this drink certainly has a pretty good flavor. Now, let me elaborate here. When you are faced, right? When you're faced with energy drinks, you usually have two types. You have the type that ventures out into fruit flavors, I guess vegetable flavors too, if you really want to consider that. Get your pizza flavored energy drink, since I guess they consider pizza a vegetable nowadays. But you get the ones that are supposed to taste like various fruits, and then you get the ones that taste more of like a soda type taste. Now this one falls in the soda type category, where it's really, many people when they have an energy drink, they immediately assume, oh, it's got to taste like, apples or something. But not necessarily, you got to look at a type of soda, for instance. Not all sodas or carbonated beverages have to taste like fruits. And the same applies for energy drinks. So, this one falls mostly in the soda type category. Now, the overwhelming, I think, factor with this one that really sticks out to me is that it really, well, it has that soda type, carbonated, effervescent, big characteristic there. Mostly, it's a very sweet beverage. I think that's an overwhelming characteristic there, is the sweetness of it. But certainly, it's very good. While it is a sweet beverage, it's definitely not overwhelming, which is the good thing. Sometimes you might try one and it's just too much, but this works out just fine. As for the carbonation, it's more of a moderately carbonated beverage, but once again, it's not overwhelming. So that's good. That's good. This is definitely a solid drink, that I will say. Now, as for the niacin, which they warned about, I feel no effect of it. Maybe it's because it just has no effect on me, or maybe because I've just had so many energy drinks by now, it just doesn't do anything anymore. But honestly, a pretty solid drink. So with that being said, now price-wise, I will mention this drink was complimentary. I was actually contacted by the company and I was asked if I wanted to review this, and I did oblige for once. The last time I actually did accept an offer was back in 2011, so it's been a while, but I figured, alright, let's do this again, why not? So I did accept their offer, and this was complimentary. However, I'm assuming if this were to be sold on the market, I'm assuming since this is an 8-ounce beverage, it would probably be priced accordingly. I'd say from store to store, it'd probably be between $1.50 and, on the higher end of the spectrum, $2.50. Right, $2.50. But with that being said, once again, this is complimentary, but and I do thank them for that. I really do. It's a fine beverage, but for honestly, if this is sold on the market, yeah, I'd say around $2, average price. But what you need to know is that overall, moderate carbonation, more of that classic, carbonated soda type taste, but the overwhelming characteristics that it's a very sweet beverage. Maybe a hint of citrus in there. Maybe. Don't get me wrong, but when I say there's a hint of something, don't take my word for it. Alright, but what you need to know is that the overwhelming characteristic of this is the sweetness. Alright? That's really what you would notice. The citrus thing, maybe there's something in there, maybe not. Yeah, it does have a pleasant aftertaste. Once again, I compare it to G-Shot because G-Shot is fresh in my mind, burned in there by now. And that had a terrible aftertaste, very potent, but this has a nice light aftertaste, if you will. So with that being said, I think we covered it from every angle and every aspect, and I don't think I have mutated into anything after drinking this yet. Maybe my bow tie will change colors or something. But no drastic changes yet. My hair hasn't fell out, my suit hasn't ripped in two, my pocket handkerchief hasn't sprouted wings and flown away. So I don't think there's any drastic side effects from that. So once again, today's review is for OverCharge Delirium XT, and it was certainly a fine beverage. Out of 10, it's certainly a very solid beverage, so with that being said, I'm going to have to give this an 8.3 out of 10. Definitely falls on the higher end of the spectrum. We'll see how the effectiveness of this works out, but overall there's really no bad qualities or characteristics about this at all. So it's a very good drink, and I really had a good time reviewing this. Very pleasurable, and certainly a fine one. So with that being said, today we reviewed OverCharge Delirium XT with an 8.3 out of 10 rating. Thank you for watching. This is the Report of the Week, and this is Energy Crisis, the Energy Drink Report. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Take care. And that's that.